Everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Food District. Today we are here at Hougang. As with every episode, we would like to invite a guest that is a local resident here to bring us through the sight, the sound, and especially the delicious food here in the region. And today at Hougang, I'm inviting one of my good friend here, Zuri, that will bring us around. Okay, so a little bit of history in Hougang. Hougang is actually a planning zone and also mature residential housing estate here in the northeast region. Hougang actually is a Han Ping version of Hougang, right? Meaning in a Hokkien and Teochew dialect, meaning the back of the river or end of the river, as Hougang is literally at the end of Sungai Serangoon. Right, in 1984 itself, something interesting is that McDonald's actually opened its first outlet in the neighborhood town center in Hougang. So residents in Hougang can actually boast to others that they actually have the first fast food restaurant in their neighborhood. Right, so other than McDonald's, is that all that it is here in Hougang? Or what is also interesting about the HDB or architecture here in Hougang? Zui?
Okay, as HDB strive to actually give a unique characteristics to all the new towns. So for Hougang, it will be the more shapely curves architecture. For example, it will be one of the few HDBs along Hougang Avenue 2, which why they have curved balconies and curved railings.
Welcome to Hougang. Let's go! Hi everyone, so today we are at Hougang to introduce breakfast food for all of you. Why is this porridge so special?
Okay, this porridge is actually from Heng Kee. They are very generous with all the ingredients that is in the porridge. Yeah, so like once you start eating, you will know.
Oh, once I start eating, I know that's a big claim. Okay, so my view on this porridge is that the consistency is really there because of course we are filming. We took some time before we started eating, but you can still feel that the consistency is there. There is no need to add additional soy sauce or the like because it is just so flavorful. Right, every mouth there is a lot of liao, a lot of ingredients in each. You can see the fusion of that minced meat, that lean meat, that century egg that really take it up to another notch. It's not like a run-of-the-mill one whereby after you tapao, it really quickly turns very watery. I don't know how they do it, coupled with the fact that there is a fried shallot on top, so it really gives it that fragrance every single mouth. So while you are biting it, eating into it, you can smell the fragrance of the fried shallot, the lean meat really comes together really well. It is a taste that I think you have to come here to experience it yourself.
If you actually compare between the porridges, right, the signature porridge will be more flavorful. So actually, if you try, you will know it. And people that are more 重口味, right, you all should go for porridge that have pork because the fish one will be very bland.
So it's very typical to have fried dough. Usually people actually cut it out in small pieces and put it inside the porridge, which I don't really like because this is fried so perfectly and then you throw it in the porridge and become very soft. So they actually have it outside and actually dip it in and one mouthful of porridge, one mouthful of fried dough. Alright, so this store that we are eating at now is called 不好吃米粉. Directly translated is not so nice bee hoon. I think it's why do you bring me here to the 不好吃米粉?
Because 经济米粉 is something that is very common everywhere. So the first time that I actually tried it was because of the signage, the 不好吃米粉. Yeah, so I was like 不好吃, so I should try, right? Yeah, so
some reverse psychology doing here, right? So it got your attention.
Correct. So one of the best thing about this mi fen, I know it's something that is probably very simple, is the egg. Because usually when you order mi fen, right, the egg is all like fully cooked. Because for the convenience sake of the store, they will usually cook a lot of eggs at one go. Then they will actually stack the eggs together. So their eggs are like flowy. So I like eggs that are not fully cooked. So this is something that I would think it's a selling point. And you can actually like mix the egg yolk with the bee hoon and it's very good.
Today we are having a luncheon meat. We are having the fried chicken wing and also we have that signature side up egg as recommended by Sui. I'm gonna dig in. This is the usual economic bee hoon kind of liao, right? Kind of ingredient. And then because this is so ordinary, but she described it until so extraordinary, right? And we're gonna try it out.
He's giving me a lot of stress.
This fried chicken wing is a little bit different. As you can see from the color itself, it's a bit yellow and it's not the brownish kind. So I don't know what better they have here is that this is just a little bit different from the run-of-the-mill one. So it's lighter in taste. It is not that salty. So for people who don't like those super salty chicken wing, right? This is something that you can come over and try. So lastly, for breakfast food, do you also recommended this? So what is this?
This is yam cake. So they have the steam and the fried version. So when you order, right, they will still actually check with you, do you want to refry it, and also the yam cake will be very fresh in a way.
I think after a while, it is still crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, coupled with the chili, you got a lot of that shrimp taste. Alright, so this finished up the breakfast segment here in Hougang. Right, so we're gonna check out what else Hougang have to offer to us, and what good places and food and drinks and stuff like that we have in store for us. So let's go. Alright, we have just finished our breakfast consisting of porridge and also the bee hoon. We are here now at Okan Central itself. It's really the epicenter of Hougang, where you will actually find all the bank branches. Right, this is your major transport hub as well, with the interchange and also the MRT here. And also you can actually grab your fresh produce, fruit, dairies and also meat as the wet market here on my left side as well. Behind me you can see Hougang Mall. So Ziyu, what is there at Hougang Mall and what can we do there?
Okay, Hougang Mall is one of the most prominent mall that most Hougang residents will visit. So there's actually supermarket, library and a lot of shops and restaurants over here. So do check it out when you're around the area.
Alright, so let's check it out with us. Wow, looking around us, we're at a real kampong. Are we still in Singapore? Or are we 50 years back? Are we still in Hougang? We look the same, but where are we now?
Okay, we are at a kampong near Hougang. We are a bit overdressed for this venue, I would say. But honestly, this is the first time I'm actually visiting this place because I have heard about it, but I have never been here. Casey was asking me, can you find some landmark, something that is special? I was like, okay, I will do some research. Then I found this place. So it's not a place that a lot of people will know.
We are here at Kampong Bangkok. It's called Kampong Bangkok because it really looks like a kampong. It is as if time froze here in Kampong Bangkok. Everything is still as it is. It's about 30 families are still living in here today. You can see cars and people are still living in here. This is actually a residential area. This is really not a tourist attraction. Do be respectful if you're taking some photos and videos. Do be respectful of the privacy of the residents over here. If you are coming to Hougang, you want to know and see what the last kampong is like on mainland Singapore other than the one at Pulau Ubin, this is the place to come to. Right now we are at block 316 Hougang Avenue 7. I think the only block that I've seen that is painted in a rainbow colour in Singapore and located here in Hougang.
Casey, do you know that the first flats in Hougang were actually built in 1980s?
I don't.
Oh, it was actually built to relocate all the farmers and fishermen in the kampong at Kangkar, much like my parents. So my siblings actually had the privilege to stay in the kampong. Yeah,
if your parents are fishermen, I would like to befriend them so I can be fisherman's friend. Alright, right now we are at Jurong Community Club plus a hawker centre. This is a rarity if let's say you compare to the older community centre and community club. Other than the hawker centre, there are also some shops on the level 1 and also level 2. I think this trend is very interesting because we see a lot of time community centre are actually all integrated, much like the integrated hub in Tampines, the integrated hub in Bedok itself. Everything actually all surround the community centre and the community club. Other than the fact that people come in here to sign up for classes, they can also come in to eat at the hawker centre, eat at the various cafes and shops all around here in the community centre. So people don't just come in here thinking that it's a place for the older elderly folks to hang out, to read newspaper. Actually, it's more vibrant. Community club and community centre are more vibrant than that. So if you're in the region itself, Jurong is one of the newest community centre to open up. There is a hybrid and integrated sort of concept. Do check them out here. And I heard the hawker centre do serve a lot of good food, and later on we'll be visiting one of the cafes located here as well. Right now we are at SOD Cafe in Yuan CC. So what do you have today?
Okay, so we have ordered smoked duck spaghetti, chicken supreme, truffle fries, honey glazed chicken wings, and this is teriyaki chicken baked rice. Then for drinks, we are having taro milk tea and their summer fruit tea.
What we have ordered is actually really all the signature dishes here in SOD Cafe. This is called chicken supreme. Okay, so there are chicken, obviously, right? There are mashed potatoes, there are prawns, and also baked cheese, I guess, right? So there's a little bit of that pizza foo in this dish itself. I think because of the mashed potato, the cheese, and really the hearty meat itself, this can actually be a full meal by itself. Prawn is really fat. You can actually feel a little bit of the burnt cheese smell on the top. You bite in, there's a mashed potato that cup fills your mouth, and also the chicken, I think they use the Thai meat so that it's actually very smooth. When you bite in, there's very stringy itself. So overall, I think I myself quite like it. It's okay, but it's not super amazing. How about yours?
This is the smoked duck spaghetti. So what's in it is that it's smoked duck. It actually comes with enoki mushroom, and they also actually included a poached egg. It's very flavorful and it's not too dry because of the poached egg. The egg yolk actually blend in really well with the whole dish and try it.
Try it? Right. I think they really did it well on this. The flavor of that smoked duck, you can actually smell a lot of smoked duck while you're eating. Even if you're not actually biting into the smoked duck itself, like Zui mentioned, it's a little bit moist when you mix it with that poached egg, and also the bonito flake actually give it an extra kick at the end. Let's move on. We got teriyaki baked rice and also the truffle fries. Actually, the truffle fries when it came in, there's a lot, but I think our crew member picked them out one by one and actually almost finished. I want to mention that the truffle fries itself is very fragrant. On top, I think there are a little bit of seasoning which actually really goes well. If let's say you are just here for a little bit of snack in between meals, I would really recommend this truffle fries with also that taro milk tea, is it? Taro milk tea? So this is different from what you get generally on a bubble tea outside. It comes with white pearl, they call it white pearl. So it's a little bit like a aloe vera. It's not really like the black pearl, it's super chewy. It's very fragrant. The taro smell really come through. It is crushed ice instead of like normal ice. So sometimes you do suck out a little bit of the ice inside here. A must, right? If you're coming here for some drinks, taro milk tea is the one to go for me at least.
The drink I'm having is actually the summer fruit tea. It's actually a very refreshing tea. You can actually see there's a lot of freshly cut fruits that is included in the drink. It's really, really refreshing on a very warm and sunny day.
Like today, really warm and sunny day. Let's move on. Let's check out that teriyaki baked rice. I think firstly, the teriyaki chicken is well done, right? It is springy, it is not too dried up. I think biting into this teriyaki, it is soft. Digging into the rice itself, it is moist, topped with that seaweed. I really like this. So this is my second go-to. This is number one for me, and this is the second one for me.
I love how the baked rice is actually topped with a sunny side up, because sometimes baked rice get a bit overcooked, so it will be very dry. So the egg would actually help with the overall taste.
Okay, great. So let's move on to the chicken wing itself.
The chicken is very juicy. The skin is very crispy, so it's a very good combination of, it's not too oily.
It is honey glazed, but there's a little bit of sour, right? You can feel, I mean, it's a bit of zest of the lemon or whatever, then it really balances out, because sometimes when you have something that is honey glazed, that is too much, right? It becomes a little bit gelat. So I think that it's genius of them to actually come in and squeeze a little bit of something lime or lemon, I can't really tell. They also have another, this spicy version of this,
which will be really spicy if you cannot take spicy food. So I actually ordered this instead.
That's it for this segment, right? If you are keen to come into SOD Cafe itself, the boss actually is quite a young guy, right? So they're constantly trying to improve their menu. Great atmosphere, for a right window, good food, good ambience. Come down here and support local. Right now we're at 661 Hougang Avenue 4. As you can see behind me, murals are actually painted on the side of the panel here in the HDB block. They are symbol and pictures representation of Singapore.
These include atap houses, public housing, racial harmony, and our national flag.
Let's check it out. Right, here we are at the end of another episode here at Food District featuring Hougang, right? So if let's say you have any other recommendation for us to check out, maybe on the part 2 of Hougang, or any other delicious food that you think Ziyu has missed out here in Hougang, do leave them down in the comment below, right? So till next time, see you on the next episode of Food District. Hey Ziyu, we are at the Kampong Are we still in Hougang really?
Yes.
Yes. Wow! Sweet! We're in a kampong now, isn't it? Are we? Sorry, one time. We are at 661 Hougang Avenue 4 where...
Sorry, 我的鞋掉。OK， 多一次。